Hey everyone, welcome back. It's a daytime video, yes. But I wanted to do a special video about my trip to Orlando where I met Brad from H2O, had a fantastic VC meetup. I received some tremendous VCLT, and I want to show you the albums that I picked up when I was in Orlando. The best souvenirs ever! Forget that other crap and t-shirts and stuff with the Mickey Mouse ears. I guess it's okay. And I enjoyed myself. We had a good time. So in the background, I love this group. I wish I only have one CD, and these CDs go for a lot now. The Michelle Gunn Elephant. Hey, look at that. There I am. Hello. The Michelle Gunn Elephant. It's called Gear Blues. Wonderful. If you like your Japanese rock, loud and hard, this is the way to go. This thing came out in 2000. Really a favorite. So let's just begin with the meetup, and I'll go through the records that I purchased at each place. So I met Brad. We DJ'd High Noon. Tim, he has things going on, so he wasn't able to come. And I talked with Ron Haggerty, but it didn't work for him that day. But I was fortunate enough that I was able to get together with Brad. So I drove to where he was at in Orlando. We went out, we had tacos, and I'm going to show you some of the best taco sauce in the whole wide world. Actually, he had crazy names on taco sauces, and I'm the only guy taking pictures of it. What's up with that? So there's the taco sauce. The first place we went to is called Foundation Records. Just a small shop. I mean, it was not big, but what was inside was incredible. Not only do they buy vintage t-shirts, and they had there's a Metallica shirt they were putting out from 1985. They had all kinds of that, but really interesting albums. They had 8 different albums from Fela Kuti. They know someone, this guy knows someone in France who goes down to Africa and buys this stuff. And it was just really incredible. And I held this. This is a repress that I haven't talked about, the Sacred Mushroom. I held in my hands an original pressing. And I'm looking at that price, I'm looking at the price on that original pressing, and I'm going, wow, if I buy that, we're not going to Disney World. It was $140. Now, I know I could probably get that talked down a little bit, but $140. We're not going to Disney World. So I said, I can't buy that. But boy, I wanted to. Then we checked into prices later on for Disney World. Actually, just Epcot. Just to go to Epcot, $140. What? One day. I'm 60. What am I going to do? Go there and spend more money on food? So we didn't go to Epcot. It rained every day anyway. Every day. Rainy season. So, moral of the story is, I should have bought the damn frickin' Sacred Mushroom, because I didn't go to Epcot, but that's okay. But what I did find in there, let's just face it, I'm going to say this wrong. We accept it, right? Everyone accept that fact. I'm going to say this wrong. Asajai. However, I could just say ass, but that doesn't sound right. This was one of the very first kind of African rock groups. There were 3 people from South Africa and 2 people from Nigeria. Notice it is a promo pressing. They marked, these are the songs that you should be playing. So they marked them right on there, recommended cuts by Mercury. Isn't that neat? And it's on the, here we go. Are you ready? This is really cool. Can we get this out here nicely? Vertigo. This was the first and only African, or shall we say, black album from a black group ever done on Vertical. First and only. These guys, in fact, one of the lead guitarists, this is their first album. After the lead guitarist, or it might have been after the second one, lead guitarist's name was Fred Koch. He went and joined the group. Oh, you guys told me how to say this right. OCB. That one group that has the flying elephant. Everyone explained to me how to pronounce it, but that was a few videos ago and I'd have to go back and look at it. So I still can't pronounce it, okay? Their lead guitarist went to that group and those guys took off. The flying elephant took off. But really, those were the first two groups from Africa that really went big. This was from Britain. These guys were really big in Britain. Didn't do much in the US as far as I could tell, or as far as I could read about this, but it is more African funk. Really, really interesting stuff. Again, they only did 2 albums on here, and it's always called the second best known African group. Second best, because OCBC, Jesus, that one is number 1. This was really enjoyable. I really like this. I picked this thing up. It was cool to see that vertical label. When I spin that vertical label around, I mean, I'm just transfixed. I mean, I could just sit there and stare at that and forget about the rest of the world. So I picked that up there at Foundation. The Leaves, Hey Joe. Now, I'd like to say that this is an original pressing, but I would be lying through my teeth to you. It was a repress from the 1970s of Lion Records. So The Leaves, they came up with the song Hey Joe. These guys were formed in 1964. They're from the San Fernando Valley. They were in college, but they heard the Beatles. And because of the Beatles, they formed a band. One of the guys' names was John Pond, I believe. John Pons. When they broke up, John Pons went to work and played with the Turtles, and then he went over to Frank Zappa. I'm not sure really what happened to the rest of them. But the song Hey Joe, they recorded it once, went out, didn't do anything. They recorded it again, didn't like it. Third time they recorded and put it out. This time they added in a fuzz tone guitar. The rest is history. Boom, off it went. Hit number 31 on the charts. How about that? The album itself went to number 127. But they did one more album after this, and then they broke up. So, you know, Hey Joe's great on here. It's just fun garage rock. You know, on the Nuggets compilation, you always, you know, that's on there. So this was a real nice pickup. So we got these at the Foundation. Next, we went over to a place called, let me make sure, Remix, okay? Show you pictures here of Remix.
Their latest album and that album.
Looked around in there, a lot of stuff. The airspace was pretty small. This had a lot more. Really big into electronic music, DJ music. Brad was in his element in here. Brad really, I mean, he knows this stuff. It was fun to talk to him about it. Good information. And fun thing about the VC meetup, obviously we have one thing in common for sure, and that is music. But then we get to know each other about our lives. We also have cats. So yeah, it was just a really great time. So we looked around in this shop. Some of the things I felt maybe were a little higher priced than what they should be, but I did find a couple things. I got this one here, a classic case, the London Symphony Orchestra with Ian Anderson. Plays music from Jethro Tull. I'm a huge Jethro Tull fan. This came out in 1985, I believe. Yep, 1985. Just nicely done by the London Symphonic. Really enjoyed it. You know, no singing, some flute playing, of course, and just their interpretation of the music. So you can add that to the Jethro Tull collection. And this was a really fun find. This is not new. Dream Syndicate album live. And this one, I believe, was also from this 1984. So you get Dream Syndicate, you know, they're going like crazy. It's on A&M Records. Nice sounding live album. I love Dream Syndicate from the early 80s. Of course, it had me Tell Me When It's Over is on there. They do one called John Coltrane Stereo Blues. Bullet with my name on it. Yeah, you can see them right there. Great stuff on this. Really fun to have. I've been finding, it's hard to find a lot of that early Dream Syndicate, but you know, live album, there it was. How could I say no to that? Our third place that Brad took me to. Now, by the way, it was raining like nuts. Period. It just would come down in buckets. And Brad has a thing on his phone that says, in 15 minutes, you guys are going to be screwed. It does. That's what this phone says. Maybe it doesn't say we're going to be screwed, but basically it's going to pour like hell. And it did. What a phone. I don't know. His app was pretty cool. But the third place we went to was called Park Avenue. That's kind of a neat t-shirt. This is my Florida t-shirt. This and the records are the souvenirs that I brought back. But she's the gals underneath an umbrella and stuff, so it looks like Florida. When I was there, and this is neat, the store puts these on there. Isn't that kind of nice? They rate it, they tell you what it's like, a little bit of information about it. This was a repress, 180 gram of Booker T and the MGs, a hip hugger. I have an original that's just awful, and every time I find it, these things are so beat up, they're so crackly, so scratched. I was super excited to get a nice copy of this, so picked that up. Had this, I've never seen this, and regretfully this thing's over it. It is from the Replacements. It's called Songs for Slim EP. Now this was made in 2013. It's just an EP, 5 songs on there. Kind of a neat looking thing. This is fun. Yep, again, Replacements, one of those groups that I buy whatever I can of them. You know, when I lived in Minneapolis back in the mid-80s, it was just, what a great group. It is on red vinyl, and it had, oh, scary. Hello. That's pretty neat, little album sleeve. Kind of creepy on there. So that was a neat pickup. The other one I found was King Sunny a Day. And you talk about, and it's on the Mango label, which I love. I love Mango, so obviously I love the Mango label. Great African music, great African rock. This guy made music into the 80s, 90s. He's put out tons of albums. I'll be doing something more about him in an upcoming episode on my Sunday morning show, but super fun find. I was really happy to pick that thing up. Brad picked up a number of things there at Park Avenue also. So I hope you enjoyed the video clips of the places. It was an incredibly fun time. Some great music. I was really happy to pick up. Best souvenirs that you could ever ask for. And yes, my wife did find a Minnie Mouse t-shirt. Though we did not go to Disneyland or We did not go to Universal. We didn't do any of that, but we had a great time. I also received some VCLT. This came from, and he didn't ask to have his name put on there, but his kid. He's been watching my channel. He doesn't make videos, but he's liked what I've shown, especially from Louisiana, because he's from Louisiana originally. He lives in South Carolina now, in Charleston, but originally from South Carolina. He knows I have this real deep appreciation for the music that came out of that area out in Louisiana. And so he gave me something that I truly love. Some books and some cool t-shirts. The first one's this, Anatomy of a Song by Mark Myers. It looks at 45 different hits. It gives you the history about the hits. Right up my alley. Music and history to me go together. I constantly love learning about stuff because a lot of you guys in the VC, you're so light years ahead of me on your knowledge. I have to keep trying to bone up to catch up with you. So this is an exciting book. Happy to see it. Have this one here. I've read various versions, but I have not read this one. Dark Side of the Moon, The Making of a Masterpiece. What an incredibly great album. It goes through the whole process of it. What more can you ask for? Really looking forward to that. Come on, come on. And Cat is here. This is interesting. Book 2, Vinyl Adventures from Istanbul to San Francisco by Tim Burgess. This guy is from the Charlatans. I mean, and he made this book. Isn't that neat? And it's just his adventures on buying vinyl. I mean, how exciting is that? This thing's going to be a total thrill. Not only do you get travel, but it's travel buying vinyl. That's heaven. Final one, Bayou Underground. Now, I'm supposed to send this on to another VC member when I'm done. He told me what to do with it, and I will do that. It looks at the music of the Bayou, not just Cajun, not just Zydeco, but all the other types too. Really looks fascinating. In fact, this is the first on my read list, starting it now because I just finished my last book, so I'm ready to start my new one. Tomorrow in the airport, this will be opened up. Not only that, and there's more. I'm a runner. I have a lot of t-shirts. People have noticed that. You got a lot of t-shirts. You're right. Now, I ran in college, cross-country track, high school. I've run my whole life, a lot of road races. Finally, I have back issues. I can't run no more, dude. But I love the shirts. And I've been to Guam, and Ken must have been to Guam. It's from the Guam Runners Club. How neat is that? Dude, what? Yeah, got it. Guam Runners Club. Also, look at this thing. This is beautiful. Charleston. Ken, you must be a runner. Why are you trying to do that? Here we got the Charleston, South Carolina Bridge Race. Beautiful. What a beautiful shirt. Beautiful stuff. Dude, you don't need to lick my face. We know what happens when you lick my face. And along with that, it gave me this great bag from that race. Super exciting to get that. Really, really great stuff. Ken, couldn't thank you more on that. I love a good book. Obviously, I have a lot of t-shirts and I wear a lot of t-shirts, so really appreciate that. So that's what I got. VC meetups, greatest thing in the world. I love them. I had such a good one in Dallas at the beginning of the year with Chris from First Press and Goodness. I'm coming back to Dallas first week of August. So looking forward to seeing you then again. And whenever I can travel, it's really nice to meet up. So please, if you hear I'm going to be at a market, let me know. I'm more than happy to try to get together. We do dinner, lunch, whatever to hear the record store. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Ken, super big thank you for this. It was truly incredible what you sent me. I am so excited to get to read this stuff. Two things in my world, music and books. I'm a happy boy when I have both of them. Enjoy your week. Cat's alive. Cat says, hey. Notice he's not stressed anymore, just here to bug me. Bye.